The dwell-in nursing cleared by time, considerate for a rich old man in Venezuela's equity, but one day he leftward the nation. Galindez struggled to discover a work. Galindez, 28, is amongst the thousands of Venezuelans who include solved to run the nation among a profound economical meltdown. How has driven excess bloating, public tensions as shortages of meal and care supplies. Purchase a away card. Not just was Galindez selection to run a hard the logistic of outgoing were discouraging and grueling. One day one of the rich Roman countries, Venezuela is now at the lower of largest public and economical productivity indexes. The top stock option for lot travelers is a bus trip to Colombia, but yet, the travel out of Caracas expenses these travelers more than rather than part of the monthly average minimal wages in the nation. A bus card of Caracas to San Cristobal is 250,000 bolivars, on to Dola Today, a website how tracks the informal exchanging bet. Formal by the government exchanging rates are deliberate overestimated. For Galindez, take the bus to Colombia and later to Chile was lot more than affordable, but procurement the card was nearly as length of a trial as the travel himself. I had to queuing 2 days to get the card. My niece and I arriving at the terminus on environment overnight, and slept down their plow. We were capable to buy my card on Friday night, Galindez told. A length bus trip, but down there were more than hurdles to leap. Following days of wait, the bus Galindez boarded up recent Friday afternoon ruined downward soon following take-off of the lively terminus in Caracas. The bus business said passengers it was incapable to substitute the break portion and would include to discover a various coach. Same position in the nation is so bad how down there are no replacement components, down there's anything. Galindez mourned. 20 several hours following the unique leaving period, Galindez and 40-some passengers eventually set out above traitorous roads on a night travel of Caracas to San Cristobal. Jose Medina, else occupant on the identical coach, afraid the one may break down downward too fare to keep them twisted in the medium of village Venezuela. But the bus done it via the overnight uneventfully, collecting up rate as it crossed Venezuela of east to western. Medina was mobile to encounter his woman, already residing in Colombia. He told his son will potential pursue them. Though uncertain if driving to Colombia was the law judgment for his household, he told he requested to offer it a opportunity since of the nation's position. Crossed national borders while the bus introduced San Cristobal, sunrise hadn't break yet and these 40 passengers, several ancient, several youthful, yet had a length way front of them. Their mind were presented above on the party of the way, and passengers hasty to seize a cabin, or one of the lot individual cars for rental, how would get them the recent 25 miles to the boundary. Oscar Llanos heard one of these individual cars. He extortion 100,000 bolivars or less than rather than $1 per man for the leg of the travel. Llanos told he does the time driving of the bus terminus to the boundary each night up he clocks in for his change as a technician. His argument is easy, take 3 human beings to the boundary daily earns him more than in a 1 week rather than which his routine job earns him in a monthly. Llanos heard via the different war checkpoints up the boundary in the trust of a motorist who does the frequently, nodding a bya to each guardsman how let him via. One day the passengers arriving at the boundary cross, the axle was already noisy in operation. Length queues anticipated them as they cross in Colombia. Galindez hardly batted an eye as she carried out the was the at first period she leftward Venezuela. One day in Colombia, she got on a individual queuing to get a mark on her certificate and get on else bus trip to Chile. She was now concentrated on Santiago, a new town, a new work, and in it the perspective of a lifetime she hopes to do for herself and her household, who remaining over. Venezuela, for her, was now in the history.